So as we look at that next group, the ones coming up, these are the ones that are generally predicted to be at or about pick 25, right?
Yeah, so these are the guys that I've earmarked here that I would say are around our pick. And we'll start off with a guy that we have talked about on the show before, and he is exactly in my draft pick 25. So just
Okay.
by skill order, and that is Zach Taylor. Um, he is a phenomenal little player, Victorian midfield forward. He's got all the skill set that you look at, and it's interesting when you talk about this coming from Calder Cannons that they are a literal conveyor belt of decent footballers. And when you're looking at players in the draft in your 20s that break out, it's traditionally guys that fit this mold. He's got exceptional work rate and an exceptional engine, which is hugely important in AFL football. But he's got great goal sense and great kicking, which allows you to give them game time straight away. If you look at players like Xavier Dersma, Zach Butters particularly got taken a bit later than most people thought. When you've got that skill set, you can slide into football very easy. And his evasive ability is second to none. He is, I'd say, Carlton lack a bit of X factor across the forward line and on the wing. This kid's got it in abundance.
Wow. Okay. Okay. What did his year look like?
His year this year was fairly solid. 26 touches, 4 tackles, 6 marks, that is a big part of his game. Even though he's only 180 centimeters, he really can leap and really take a grab as well. And he finds space. So if you're looking at a wingman who can slot across the half forward, you'd look at Zach Taylor because of that ability. He's got that ability to find space. And that is something our wingmen at the moment lack. They get drawn into the corridor. This guy is quite happy staying on the outside and breaking lines. Real good player as well. He's field kicking again. Someone that I would say Carlton need. Someone who hits targets, and this kid does it very well.
And he's also got a 3-syllable name, which is very good for chance.
I was going to say his chants are just are there to be made, aren't they? There to be made.
All right.
And then
So
the next one,
next?
very famous surname.
Okay.
Sammy Butler.
Good
so
man.
Obviously he is Dan Butler's brother.
Okay.
And it's very, very similar. It's uncanny. Not often do I see a brother and I say, yeah, it's the same player. But this guy is basically Dan Butler in his draft year. He's got the same skills that you're looking for. He's exceptional on the crumb, very strong in the tackle, very strong defensively, quick, evasive. And the big thing for me, and I always look at this in kids who are playing across that forward line, are they team first? And he is team first. He's looking to always make sure his entries inside 50 come away with 6 points, whether by his own boot or someone else's. And it is uncanny how he plays like Dan Butler. He drops deep for the ball. He looks to find the ball. He looks to break away and create space in behind. This is my favourite, really, for 25.
Okay. I like the sound of him. I like the look of him. And I like how you have their team first ethic. So how did you differentiate that and find that as opposed to the others that you've spoken about?
Well, I think when you've only got to watch him play, and when he plays, he's actively always got the ball ready to give. So one thing you find with a lot of junior small forwards, medium forwards, anyone who plays in that position, some of them have the habit of holding the ball close. And you know that their brain is thinking, I'm going to beat this man, snag. This guy is always looking to offload. It's in one hand. He's looking to take contact and give it off. You can see that his mindset is very Richmond 2017. If it's not me, it's someone else. And I think that suits the ethos that Carlton are building in that forward line. And I think at times we are guilty of being selfish in the past. I think this is something that would really suit Voss's philosophy of team first.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, when I think of him, I look at a situation where we don't need to play someone like a Zach Fisher as a forward. We have this guy as a forward.
Yeah, and you've got to remember, pick 25, these guys are AFL ready. Like when you're recruiting an outside player or a small forward or a medium forward, 9 times out of 10 in this pick, these guys play. These guys play. Look at Mears at Geelong. He was picked late 30s, early 40s. It's an easy position on the body, really.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I like it. I like the sound of this one. And we've got one more in this category.
Yeah, and this one is, I would say, the bookie's choice. I would say if you could take bets on who Carlton select, I'll take this guy. And he's basically the king of any bets. He's thrown. He's the prince. I mean, look at the celebration there. I chose that picture because that sums up Jesse MOTLOP. He is an excitement machine. He's pure X factor. He also, though, has the team first mentality, but he's got the goal sense. He's got the exceptional IQ. This guy owns his area. And you saw it if you watched the state final, which he played in, and he did score. He is something else. He's a guy that already I could say, a bit like Keisaiah Pickett, defenders would very quickly be worried about what this kid can do because he is one of the fastest players I've seen from a standing start. And he has got that Eddie Betts, duck low, 360 spin in the pocket. That Betts pocket could be the MOTLOP pocket straight away. He has got it. Whatever it is, he has it.
He has it. He's definitely been the name amongst, the fans that I've seen, during the show on Monday that we've done over the last few weeks. He's definitely the name that has been popping up more than anyone else. And so what you have him right in this category, that pick 20 to 25.
Right in it. So I've got him about 27, but if you go through all the other drafts, he could easily be top 20. Some of them got him at 18, 19. This would be what the WA clubs do. This would be literally, do the WA clubs take him? Then you've also got to ask yourself, do some of the South Australians take him as well? Do they look at him and think crafty forward? It's a great proposition, this, because players like this are proper players that you pay money to see. And by that, they come with a negative. He could go 3 games and do sweet bugger all. But when he does turn it on, he turns it on. And it would be that case of, is a club willing, have they got the forward line makeup where they can rest on a kid and let him play and have them quiet games, or do they need someone now? Now, I think Carlton have got that. I think Durden, Honey, and Owies bring enough pressure, particularly Owies, that you can throw this guy in and allow the X factor. So, interesting thing. But this kid, even on the outside, if he's playing on the wing, he's creative. He's a very gifted footballer. Very gifted footballer. Okay,
so that sums up the just right category, where the players that'll be projected to be in that range of pick 25.